safety features do you notice about this cart? None, right? Hardly any. Right, there's no seat belts. There's no roll cage. Brakes are probably the closest safety feature, right? Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So, like I mentioned, this is a racing prepared vehicle. Nothing on this vehicle is built to withstand any type of impact or bear any weight. Okay. So the only thing that we're going to be stepping in and on is the seat on this cart that is bolted directly to the chassis. Okay. So we want to make sure that we're not stepping on anything like that. And then that being said, contact with something that won't move, like an inanimate, non-moving object, right, or another cart, is probably going to cause some kind of damage, right? So we want to make sure that we're avoiding that. Does anybody know what happens when two rotating wheels touch each other that are going the same direction? The one behind it climbs up on top of the one in front of it, and at about 95, 100 mile an hour, usually that tire that climbed up on top of it gains some kind of air, and somebody takes flying lessons that they didn't sign up for, okay? And then damage, and then possibly injury to yourself, and we want to make sure that we're not, we don't have any of that going on tonight, okay? And none of this is meant to scare anybody from having fun, but we need to understand the capability of the cart and what you're going to be handling, and then just take that seriously. Other than that, I want everybody to have a good time, okay? So the first thing we're going to start off with, oh, and then one other thing. Obviously, just like the carts we drove back there, the rear axle is wider than the front axle, right? If Tato didn't already say it to you earlier, a good rule of thumb is you can see those front tires. We want to make sure that we're maintaining at least 2 feet on either side of whatever we're going around with those front tires, then you're going to clear it with the back. The axles on these things are the most fragile. They bend very easily being hit by something at a direct angle, so that's the big thing we want to be careful of. Okay, so probably what seems like maybe one of the easiest things to do, that you might not, it actually turns out to be one of the hardest, is simply getting in and out of these carts, okay? Just like that of a skateboard, if you just walk up behind a skateboard and you don't really have your balance and you step on the skateboard, what's probably going to happen? We're probably going to end up falling on our back or on our butt, right? Same thing with these carts. They're going to be in neutral, all of them are sitting out here. They'll all be in neutral for you, so they're going to be able to freewheel a little bit. So the big thing is we want to make sure that we're stepping right into the bottom of the seat, just like in the Pro Carts. We're getting a nice, good balance. We're putting both hands on the top back edge of the seat, supporting our weight there and only there, not on our radiator or the top of our motor. And then we're going to put 1 foot forward down to each pedal, okay? Now, as we're